Okay, this is part 3 on why I have a fearful avoidant attachment style. Okay, and this is Nathan part 2. Ignore the sirens. I'm at the park. But yeah, so junior year. Mind you, let me just say, mind you, I still have my limerick object who I still watch from time to time and like is in the back of my head. So when you're limerick on someone, you can't. Are you truly connecting with a person? You know, even though they're a fantasy, right? They're pedestalized, they're a fantasy. Are you truly connecting in your partnership, right? So that's like a conundrum for me. You know, I'm still trying to figure out and work through is was I ever truly present in my connections with having this limerick object off and on in the background. Again, never connecting with that person, but just in my head, right? So, Nathan. So, Nathan comes back after ghosting me for a year and a half. And, you know, he fed me this, young girls. When a man is, it's not a compliment for a man to come back to you. Okay? So he used to tell me this thing, well, we can't let go of each other. We just keep coming back to each other. That's how I know we're meant to be. We're meant to be together, girl. No. So he came back trying to run shit, right? Basically, who you been with? What did you do with them? And you know me, I was very naive, and I'm trying to be honest. Like for me, again, like honesty is a big deal for me. Um, the betrayal is a lot for me. Always has been. I don't know if it's because I'm on the Libra Scorpio cusp, week of drama and criticism. I don't know, but it's always been a thing for me where I've just kind of honed in on that and hyper focus on it because you can always tell me the truth, even if it's the hardest thing. I prefer it. So I told him the truth. And you should never tell a man the truth. Not about that kind of thing, like who you been with, while you're broken up, that kind of thing. And I don't do the whole off and on relationship thing anymore. That was high school and some college. Never again. So I told him, and he got upset with me, and like just over specific things that I did with someone else that I didn't do with him. I'm like, you disappeared for a year, right? But he used that to punish me. So I'm in the end of my junior year, going into my senior year. He gets kicked out of his parents' house. Finally, they're like, we've had it. We've had enough of your bull crap. You gotta go. And he messaged me like, you gotta take care of me. I'm coming to Tennessee. And you know me, the caregiver in me is like, I got you, baby. Come to Tennessee. I got you. I'll find somewhere for you to go. How I thought at 17 I was going to do that, I don't know. Okay? Fast forward to he comes to Tennessee. I'm taking care of this man. The first night he's there, I sneak him into my room. My friend later confirmed that my sister snitched. I know. They're gonna watch this. I'd be like, girl. But my sister snitched that he was coming into town, and my daddy found him in my closet. Yes, my big state trooper daddy found him in my closet, kicked him out. But I felt responsible for this man because he came to Tennessee. Mind you, I'm 17, about to be 18, but I'm in my senior year in high school. And so I did what any good girlfriend did. I introduced him into someone who was similar to him. And that was my friend's toxic boyfriend. she's on here too. She can attest. I introduced them, and it was a bad idea, and he just got worse. So at the time, I was working at Outback. Getting ants on my stuff. I was working at Outback, and I don't know. I didn't find out later into what kind of wounds he had, and I won't go into that because, you know, those things are still private. I don't owe him any loyalty, but those things are still private. So I don't know exactly what all happened to him, but this man has some antisocial tendencies. He would come to my job and sit and stare at me. And I think he picked up on the fact that one of my coworkers liked me, and we'll call him John. And he was an older guy, and I was kind of deluded. I didn't pick up on it, and I think the more that Nathan had an aversion to him, the more I started to kind of like him, because I saw like he was a good guy. Nothing ever happened though, and I tried to I tried to stay away from him because I didn't, I'm a very loyal person. In my head, I'm like, I'm committed to you. Why are you acting like this? But he would come and sit at my job. I was the hostess at Outback, and he would sit and stare at me. And my boss already hated me. She's a little racist. And she, like, the kind who will make you, like, clean up pee without a mop. And, of course, when you've been in a situation where you're abused, you kind of just jump to doing what people tell you to do, right? And so instead of rebelling against that and saying, no, I'm not going to do that, I didn't compute that makes no sense. And yeah, so he would come stare at me, and then there would be days where he would try to prevent me from going to work. So he would like throw my keys. And so now we're at the point where he hasn't hit me yet, but he's gearing up to do that. So we get to spring. No, not spring. Winter, right? And mind you, I know my parents hate this guy, but I'm trauma bonded with him. I love him. He was my first. Like, all I see is people trying to keep us apart. Even though I'm starting to see his behavior change and things like that, I feel responsible for him. But I'm also in my senior year of high school. So I started getting depressed, right? Because he's constantly accusing me of cheating on him, and I wasn't. I was literally going to work trying to finish school. And this man, the amount of times that this man could have ruined me, killed me, are numerous. And I can't imagine not living my life to get to a point where I see my son. So I'm grateful every day for that God kept me. Because fast forward to December 31st of 2007. Sorry, y'all, I wasn't gonna cry today, but fast forward, I'm depressed, and I can't figure out why. I'm not cleaning up my room. I get into it with my daddy, tried to fight my daddy, threw a heater at my daddy, because there's always been that like low level blame under there, which is unfair. And I'll say that is unfair, but that fight changed my whole year.